Hey, this is Max, aka the reviewer in a bathrobe. I'm not wearing one right now, maybe in the future.
And I'm Riley.
And we're going to be watching Alita Battle Angel, the OVA, not the live action movie, but we will in the future. Because I would like this guy to get a comparison to see what the live action compared to the anime is. My opinion of this, I believe it's a one for one shot, and mostly, and I think they're both really good. By the way, OVA, I'm not sure if I remember what that stands for, but it's like just a single movie. There are books connected with this, but they only made one movie, so it's not actually it's not like a saga. It's not a series. So that's basically all I have to say so far.
So you can just kind of jump in. You don't miss any part of the storyline because it's technically
it's a one shot.
That makes sense. So one of the things is, I grew up watching the only anime I've really ever experienced, and even if you want to call it anime, some people don't, but I remember Digimon.
That's anime.
Speed Racer a little bit.
That's anime.
Transformers.
Technically, with Transformers, that's a funny one because Transformers was made in America and it was made to sell toys.
Mm-hmm.
But it is animation, but there was no like manga or anything. Mm-hmm. But there were comic books. There are still comic books. And the comic books, I think, were somewhat Japanese. I don't know too much about that stuff. But just like The Last Airbender, which was outsourced to a lot of other countries to be filmed, but was done in the Japanese like art style. Mm-hmm. So you were saying?
And then Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and
those were all.
That may be it. So I'm not familiar with the current and the popular stuff. I know what things like Bleach are, what Cowboy Bebop is, the Howl's Moving Castle. I know these names, One Piece, but I've never seen it. So Matt is much more experienced with anime. I'm not. So this is kind of going to be my introduction into outside of those really mainstream type titles, would you say?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, do you want to get started?
Maybe I'll just hit the start here, and it's been a while since I've seen this, so if I don't remember the names, don't hold it against me, guys. Right off hand, just asking the question, what do you think that is?
Some sort of a ship? Would that be correct?
Well, it took me a while to figure it out too. It's not a ship. It is something that people live in.
A cybernetic eye.
Yeah, in this movie there's a lot to do about cyborgs. Maybe I should have brought that up in the beginning, that Alita Battle Angel is about cyborgs.
She's alive. Incredible.
Is my screen synced up correctly with
She's still alive.
Is the audio and the picture off?
I don't think so. I think that's just the dubbing. This came out in the early 90s. least in America it did.
Which I do apologize, my graphics processor is not top notch, so the dub and the voice may be off a little.
Look, she's coming out of torpor.
Hello, my name is Ida. Do you have a name?
After all this time, she's not likely to remember much.
I think I can restore most of it.
You'll be keeping her then?
Yeah, I think so.
Here, Ito.
Huh? Oh, thank you, Gally.
How do you feel today, Gally? Have you adapted to your new body yet?
Yes, Mr. Gons. It feels wonderful to move about so freely.
Well, Ito is the best flapper doctor in town, you know.
Now, I wouldn't go that far.
But Gally, wandering off by yourself can be dangerous. Especially at night with that killer stalking young girls for their brains.
And that's not even mentioning the spine thieves.
That's a fact. 1 minute I'm off, the next I'm spineless.
You see, with cyborg technology,
See what I
most
mean,
body
the-
parts can be
Yeah, I see
replaced
what you're
with
talking about. It
prosthetics.
might be either this,
Except they
it could,
use
it
spine.
might even be
And
the
that
video.
means that
It
there's a
might
thriving
be
black
this.
market of ruthless organ brokers who'll take the back from under your shirt.
Hey, Doc.
Huh?
This is giving me more trouble than I expected. I'll come back and finish it tomorrow.
Well, thanks for trying. Would you like something to drink before you go, Hugo?
No thanks. I've still got another 30 houses or so to hit today.
Does it bother you
Well,
if it's
see you
off?
tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.
Courteous and hard-working, rare qualities in a young man these days. Am I right, Ito?
I will tell you this.
Yes.
Some of the
Sadly
names I think are different. I mean, maybe because what they might have changed. Because Ito, that is the same name. Well, when we see the live action, you'll see what I mean. But this is still good. It's still good, and they did do a good job of. I think of transferring it.
Just want to check the quality. We'll just leave it there at 720. Should be good. So I'm guessing that was one of the killers that we saw.
That's a killer. Now, what do you think just happened with him? Like, you saw that, that.
I don't have the chips to pay for this. Don't worry. I'm not at the point of starvation yet. You can pay me when you get the funds.
So based off of what you just saw, it
Good morning,
looks
Ito.
like
Oh, good morning, Gally.
he was the killer.
What happened to your arm?
That
This?
could be,
I guess I must have tripped.
What it seems like.
Okay. He must have done it when he was out last night. Hey, up there! What are you up to? I said hey!
Can't you see I'm in the middle of doing something up here? Hey, you live here with the doc, don't you?
That's right! My name's Gally!
Gally? That's a pretty strange name.
You're just dumb! I think it's a pretty name.
You're right. It suits you.
that is one thing.
By the way,
Okay,
my name is...
It's Hugo, isn't it?
Oh, you knew it already.
Mm-hmm.
her name in the movie
Do you have a
is,
family here?
Nope.
in the live action, it's
Living
Alita.
all by yourself.
I don't
You think
know
so?
why they changed it,
That's impressive.
or what.
What is?
Oh, come on.
Maybe
I'm talking
that's
about
the
Zom, of
Japanese
course.
Oh,
name.
I see.
Hey, why don't you come with me?
To where?
To a better place.
If you
Come on.
missed that, he said what that thing in the sky is called.
Oh, sorry, I was replying to a text from my
Oh,
wife.
that's fine. It's called Cloud City.
Okay. I am familiar with one Cloud City.
Come on. Call
but
me.
it's in Star Wars. Uh-oh. The ominous music.
Mm-hmm.
It's up this way.
Wait up!
Here, take my hand.
Dude, why do you think you can carry that?
See the delay.
Yeah,
Hey,
the
Reno,
delay.
feel like you weighed a ton, and you're strong too. Yeah, really.
I haven't been able to figure out how to
I
fix
think the
that.
view
I
of
think it's
Zala
just
from
the
here is just a
graphics
breeze.
processor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that when I watch videos of
Sometimes,
JV.
if I keep staring at it, I can feel it calling to my soul. What kind of people live there, I wonder? My brother wanted to go to Zalem once. He even built the
Zalem, that's what
model
it's
for
called,
an Alita
not
airship.
Cloud City, but it's called Zalem.
As for me, I'll just make lots and lots of money until finally I can go there myself.
If you noticed how it's built, it's not totally in space, or it's in the cloud.
Just
But
why
it's sort
are
of
you
like what
looking at me so
I've talked to
funny?
you about, like an orb.
Space elevator.
Yeah, space elevator. Because there's something still connecting it
More
into
interesting
orbit.
than Zalem? Let's be real. I mean, look at this place. What a disgusting cesspool of humanity.
I would like
It's
to
nothing
know
but the dumping grounds
what
for
happened.
Zalem, you know? These people
To
are
the world.
nothing
And
but
yeah,
monsters.
and well,
Eating on the trash and carrying the
you
falls
find
from the
out
sky.
actually more in
I
the
didn't know.
in the
You really don't
live
understand
action
anything, do you?
book.
Are you
Not
in the
book,
Outlands
but
or something?
movie.
I really don't know.
But the book
I have
are
no
where
memories
I.
and no past. Even my name, Galley, is something made up.
I see. But in a way, it's not so bad. Not having a past means that you've got no memories to haunt you. A clean slate from your soul.
But why, Sharin? Why do you want to go back to Zalem so badly?
I have to. There are things that I didn't get a chance to finish.
Now, wait a second. Do you really think you can manage it?
Why else would I be in Scrap Iron City? The only work for someone of my skill in this dump is repairing crippled cyborgs.
So what's wrong with fixing cyborgs?
It's a crime, squandering a talent like yours in this backwater. You know you could do much better up in Zalem. Does it amuse you to play fallen angel to these insects? An angel of mercy? Ito, you have no idea how low you've fallen. You were Zalem's finest, the best cybernetics doctor ever. I don't understand. Where is your pride?
My pride is not the problem. What has become of yours, Sharin?
I'm not going to spend the rest of my life here. I'll find a way back to Zalem somehow. I'll claw my way back with my bare hands if I have to. I'll do whatever it takes.
She burnt that beetle.
Sharin,
I
I
didn't-
know it's no longer my
Forehead
business, but
dots.
as your
Oh,
former
yeah.
partner,
You don't have
please
to tell me
trust
what it
me
is
on
yet.
this. You mustn't get involved
I'm not
with the
entirely
background.
sure what it is, but I do know
This is
why
the
they
last
have.
time
I know.
I'll ask. Will you help me return?
No.
I see. I'm sorry.
Junk.
It's like all the rich people just
Dumping onto the.
Mhm. And they also get sent up new stuff from the factories down below.
There's the mystery figure.
He's done it! Another victory for Zariki! With the disappearance of the great Gariska, he is inarguably the new champion! Unbeatable Zariki!
What is a girl doing down in a place like that? Never go into the sewers half dressed
I don't
with
know
a.
if that's the sewers or just
Oh, true. I don't
Whatever
know
type
about
of
this world.
architecture this is.
Leave her alone! Who are you? I'm a hunter warrior. Oh, I'm frightened. Brother, brains are brains, even if they belong to a man. But if you'll wait, I'll carve them up for you.
So my initial assessment was wrong.
Not bad for an old man.
No! Leave Nino
Are they androids?
Yeah.
So they've got like
Well, no, not android, cyborg.
cyborg. Sorry, yeah. So they do have.
Some organic pieces.
Run! Get away from him!
That guy right there that just revealed himself. He's a big part in the live action movie.
Daddy! Galley, are you all right? Is your body damaged? Galley!
Yeah, I'm fine.
Those moves you made, very impressive. I didn't know you could fight.
It surprised me too. My body moved by itself. A flash of rage coiled inside me, and I sprang. And I nearly had him. One more second and he would have been mine.
Is it like an implanted memory, somewhat? It
I
sounds
can't believe
like.
that you saved me.
More like remembering.
Just by the way she said it, he would have been mine. It was like.
Your bounty is 100,000 chips. Of course, this partner would have been worth 10 times that. Brain-eating mutants are bad for business. So, are you in the market for some new body parts today?
I knew you'd find out eventually. I'm what they call a hunter warrior, a bounty hunter. You see, once there was something called the police, whose purpose was to prevent crime. These days, the factory just puts a bounty on the heads of wanted criminals and lets hunter warriors like me do the dirty work. Huh? What's wrong, Gally?
I want to be a hunter warrior too.
Don't be stupid! You don't know what you're saying! I didn't give you limbs to do things like this. You don't have to work. All you have to do is be beautiful. If you want money, I can...
This isn't about money. This is something for me.
This is for you?
Yes. Tonight I felt something new. Like I was really alive for the first time.
You don't know what you're saying! I don't want you soiling your perfect hands with blood!
Do you think I'm some doll for you to play with? Ah! Why can't you understand?
And you'll really get me to Zalem?
I said so, didn't I?
Really?
Enough! Don't worry your pretty head about it. Your
Oh,
job
this
is to
guy,
gladiators
yeah.
in the Coliseum. How soon you go to
I don't
Zalem
know if
will
there's. I
determine
don't think
the
there's
quality of
new.
your work and the size of my profits.
So we can always edit on the final video just to be on the safe side if we do.
Yeah, because I'm like, how did they get by with it on YouTube? I mean, not, on YouTube, because there's like guidelines.
Yeah, we can edit it.
Dr. Serena, my whole body is on fire.
You're not the pampered star of the Coliseum anymore. Why should I work on a brain-eating junkie with a price on his head?
Damn that hunter, Ito. And where did he get the little cyber bitch?
What?
The volume range is kind of all over. It's like hard to. It's not like it's compressed. It's like some stuff's really quiet and then it's really loud parts. But as long as it doesn't bother you, I'm good.
No, I'm fine.
So that thing looks like it's like tethered to the ground almost.
There's like things that are going up that send stuff up, and then it's like has a fixed point in orbit, like something's holding it up in orbit.
One of the books behind him, the only legible one, it just said birds.
Using the laser will now trigger registration number on your brain tissue. Please hold still.
My brain?
Fingerprints, voice prints, and retina patterns can be changed. Can you think of a better way to tell one cyborg from another? Starting the procedure now.
To cause this much damage with a single impact would require an unbelievable amount of power. Only Ito could accomplish such a feat. Garish. I'll not only rebuild you, I'll make you more than a match for Ito's little toy. I'll use every skill and dirty trick I know.
Now I have read, listened to some of the audiobooks that they do have on Audible.
That's because the hard
But
part
that's
is the
more
job itself.
online with
What is Solemn really like?
The official answer to that is no comment.
No comment.
I just registered myself as a hunter warrior.
One thing I've always found weird about animes is there's a lot of like breathing noises and gasping and grunts and stuff. I've always noticed that, even in like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes I can usually tell by before if something's dubbed or not dubbed. I can usually tell by even, you know, what you said about their breathing.
Ooh, the Spine Thief, right?
Yep. And look who it is.
Ah, homeboy that was fixing the thing.
Yep.
It can't be! Gariska! I've come to pay you back, baby.
That dog's gonna get it, isn't he?
Yep.
Oh my God! It's Gariska! What is he doing?
I definitely don't know how this person put this on there without, their guidelines.
Golly! Someone give us a hand!
Are you going to run away?
Bar, Kansas, is what that says. Not in Kansas anymore.
I accept.
Golly?
What a good girl!
Sharin, don't tell me you rebuilt this monster!
What? With a bounty on his head. But still, I can't help but wonder which one will win. Suffer, Ido. I want to see your face when your little toy is broken. But such eloquent pain belongs on a more suitable stage. One of broken steel and iron.
Did they have a bad breakup? And that's
What a funny plaything! La-di-da! Now, let's finish it, baby.
A little bit different than how it happens in the movie.
yeah. I'd be interested to see the comparison.
Yeah. The actress who plays that woman in the movie,
Yeah.
she's married to oh god, the guy who plays
What you do, just say what those flashes I made on your servos will do! Try and kill me!
that woman, that man who plays Vision.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'll have to look that up.
She just cut him in half.
Yeah. It's like the old medieval torture thing. They used to saw people in half and just like electro-sawed them.
Golly.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, medieval was a nasty time.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
I just was guessing.
Nothing I do seems to have any effect at all!
I thought you were talking about
You're in Solemn's cast-off scrap. But someday, I'll get back to Solemn, and then I'll be the one looking down. And then, Ido, I swear that I'll make you look up to me!
I thought you were talking about that thing that like the Vikings or someone did, like they called the wings thing, the spread eagle, or
Which is fine.
like where they would open their like back open and pull out their lungs.
Oh jeez.
I don't know if you ever heard about that.
Nope.
Yeah,
No matter how much I seem to change, I'm still Gally. Ido, I'll always be your Gally.
I believe you. You can only be what you are.
Weird screen segment
Let's
or
get out of here.
screen whatever you call it.
transition.
That's the word.
So, boys, how's business?
Mr. Vector.
Oh, Vector.
Oh. You didn't have to kill him.
If you keep leaving live witnesses, you won't last long. Come, I want to talk with you.
sign? Is this another like episode within the movie? Maybe.
Hugo.
That I
Who knows
can't
where
tell
that
you.
fool's gone off to?
I know that's right. The way he talks about going to Solemn and buys us his credit chips.
He's funny in the head, all right. He really thinks Zalem will let him in. What a little fool.
Oh, the coffee's gone.
Now, what was it I told you?
Was that English?
You said you
Give
go.
me 10 million chips, and I'll make sure you get to Zion.
Yes, sir.
Normally, it would take a lifetime to acquire that kind of capital. But you want to do it in 3 years. I must say I'm impressed.
Oh, it's not that difficult.
You've got a lot of untapped potential.
No, I'm not that special.
Here, try this. It's the real thing, straight off the tube for Zalem, not that junk they send us.
Oh.
Smooth, isn't it? Can't you just taste that essence of Zalem? Hugo, I don't have to tell you this, but most of the goods collected, refined, and packaged here in Scrap Iron City just get exported to Zalem through the factory tubes. The crap we get to keep for ourselves is just that. Now, seeing as I'm in a position to oversee those exports, why shouldn't I share in the benefits? Say, Hugo, why don't you join my operation?
But I want to go to Solemn.
Solemn? Are you out of your mind? Do you really want to be homeless and friendless in a place like Solemn? Trust me, you wouldn't like it. On the other hand, by helping me deliver my shipments to Solemn, you could achieve real wealth and power. You could live in the lap of luxury, just like the citizens of Solemn. Think it over, Hugo.
The way he coughed was the first time, like the first time I tasted scotch. I sneezed and coughed and didn't do that. I didn't drink enough of it.
What's wrong? Did they make you drink?
Oh, by the way,
You and the car. I don't care who you are. You've hurt Hugo. You'll answer to me.
oh God, what's his name?
Hugo, I'll be waiting for your answer.
What is his name? Spielberg.
Hang in there, Hugo.
No, not Spielberg. The guy who wrote, who made Terminator.
See what happens when you trade?
That's Spielberg.
I'm not a kid.
My friend
And it was only
would kill
one
me
drink.
because he loves
You're
Terminator.
not acting like you.
I think that's
What happened?
Just what are you
Directed it.
doing here?
Yeah, directed it and wrote it.
Well, I just really wanted to see you, I guess. I don't know.
Not James Cameron?
Yeah, James
Yeah,
Cameron.
I was gonna say I didn't even
He's-
finish looking it up. And
He's the one who bought the rights to this,
Oh.
and I think he produced it, but he wanted to make this for the movie for a long time.
Waiting for me. Wonders I can't even imagine.
But someone else, I can't remember their name, produced the live action movie.
Supposed to go to Zalem. In credits.
Huh?
Looks like we're about halfway through
Yeah.
right now.
Well, there's no commercials and
That's true.
no stuff. That thing to me just. So now she's using all the bounty money that she got. She's giving it to Hugo, not
Hugo,
Hugo, that kid.
the spine thief.
Yeah.
Loop jobs! Loop jobs! Grease your gears with high-grade oil and Teflon. Best loop jobs in town.
I'll take a squeeze of that, kid.
Thank you, sir.
Lube jobs behind the building, huh? Sounds interesting.
Sounds very
Provocative.
very, yeah.
Hey, kid.
Double
see.
double entendre.
That's your little game, is it? Caught with your hands on my spine, no less. Now, let's take a look at your face. Take the mask off.
Kind of looks like the Plague Doctor to an extent, like with the goggle
Yep.
look.
Oh God.
A prepackaged Molotov cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
Incendiary on impact.
I never did get, where did that word come from?
What's that, Molotov cocktail?
Yeah, I know it's like alcohol.
Quick thinking, little bastard.
And
But I'll bet there's
and a
already
flame,
a price on your
and
head.
the rag.
You
and
go.
then you basically throw it,
Mhm.
and when it shatters.
Hmm?
Oh, I thought something was going on. Oh,
We'll edit just to
Oh,
keep it
you.
friendly for everyone.
yes, I don't know
What?
how
Trouble?
this got on YouTube
warrior.
like this.
Disguised as a customer. He killed Tanji, and he knows my name.
Calm down. It's over. Nothing you can do now will make any difference. I want you to bring all the money you've saved to my office.
You mean you'll send me to Solemn?
Zala? Look, we'll talk about that when you get here. You go. You don't have much
You'll
time.
find out about his promises about Zolom.
Tanji.
Don't think they're going to talk about the one part about her,
Guess it's
and
time
his.
to rebuild Zariki again. Dr. Shirin.
Is that more on the live action?
Yeah, but there was that in the
I've used everything.
one book, but the
All my
books were
tricks and
based on the
techniques.
that I listened to were based on the movie.
What
I
was
mean,
that?
the live action.
So, when am I going to go
They
to
were
Solemn?
married,
Hey, take a look at the number of bounties.
So
his
they
kid
were
has
married?
built.
not those
Oh,
two. The other
This
guy.
could be a hot ticket. A female gladiator.
What's her name?
Hey, wait a minute.
What's
This
his
is a
name?
girl
I don't
from
know the
Yugo's
names yet.
place.
I don't know.
but the guy who
Edo's
built
Galley?
Galley.
You mean you know her?
Yeah,
Oh, it's like that, is it?
but
Wait a
they were
second.
married, and
You
then
want
they got
Galley to
kicked
fight
out
in
of
the
Zolom
Colosseum?
together.
Absolutely.
That's all I'll tell you
It'll
for
be a
now.
smash.
Sure.
We
Because
could call her
in
the
the-
Battle Angel.
You don't really think Galley will fight for you?
Of
That's
course
where the
she
name
will.
comes from.
She'll do
Call her
anything I
Battle
ask
Angel.
to keep her boyfriend from losing his head. Doctor, I want you to find Galley.
Why should I?
Oh, so this is how
Do this
she
for
gets
me.
into the games.
And then I'll send you to Zala.
Like I said, this has been a long time since I've watched
14
this.
bodies in 7 days? What's with the sudden mercenary zeal? Galley, when you became a hunter-warrior, you said it wasn't for the money.
That was before. I'm saving so I can go to Solemn with Hugo.
Golly, who said that you could go to Zala?
Have you told him how you feel?
No.
And how does Hugo feel about you?
Well,
Amazing. Such depth
And now
of
for the
feeling.
latest bounty list bulletin. Number 7, Hugo. Wanted for spine theft and murder. Bounty 80,000 chips.
Hugo?
Repeat, number
I thought
7,
that guy said
Hugo.
that,
Wanted for spine theft and murder. Bounty
If she
80,000 chips.
if she got in the games, that she would.
I think it was his way of drawing her into the game.
Okay, yeah.
You see that
Oh.
Raiden there.
I don't know who that's supposed to be, because that's not that.
Report him to the factory as soon as he's sighted.
Oh, he's really going all hard out on.
Putting out like a big broadcast. There she is. I think that was the way to draw her out, probably. If he wanted her to get into the games to make it interesting, what better way than to...
Yeah.
And I think that's what he referred to her as
It's
Yugo's
9,500,000
her
chips.
boyfriend, to Yugo.
In the live action version, the cyborgs are more. They're more. Well, first of all, they don't have blood. Well, they have blood, but they don't have. It's not red. I don't know what the heck it is.
Well, like on Alien, remember it was like all like milky looking, like
Yeah.
frothy.
Yeah, like milk.
Yeah.
Well, this is like blue. It looks almost like antifreeze.
Oh. coolant system. I guess that
I'm
could
not going.
potentially work.
Sneak back into town. Back to Mr. Vector's place. I'm not
Ooh,
going to give up on Zala.
is this where it
It's
happens?
crazy! The hunters are looking for you!
Don't you understand? Going to Zalam's more than just an escape from this scrap metal prison for me. It's a war! A war between me and this garbage heap!
There's a war. There's a war about.
No matter how insignificant I may be, I still have my dreams, my pride. I won't let this corroded metal monster grind me into the dirt. I'll be leaving as soon as it gets dark. Go home before you get involved any further. Bye!
Hugo, listen. I love you, Hugo. And I have to know how you feel about me.
Oh, that was another thing.
Why are you bringing up something stupid like this now? Go home!
Answer my question!
You do know that she is like 100%, almost 99% cybernetic, right?
So now we're
I didn't know if you knew that. Only her brain is. Only her brain is. Even that skin on her on her is it's not real. Because he found her in the junkyard.
Yeah.
It's like I kissed a battery.
On days like this, my body takes on a charge. I've wondered about the scar on your wrist.
The scar? It's sort of a keepsake of my brother.
A keepsake?
I used to have a brother, much older than myself. He had a wife, my sister-in-law,
Oh, so
and they raised me together. The two of them cared for me as if they were really my own parents. We had a good life together. My brother was an engineer for the factory, and he enjoyed his work. And my sister-in-law was loving and generous. But it wasn't enough for my brother. He'd look up at Zalem, yearning. I want to go to Zalem someday. He must have said that 1,000,000 times. Finally, he acted. He could get to Zalem, he decided, by balloon. The factory, of course.
okay, they did not mention that in the live action, but they did mention that in one of the books.
But he followed his heart anyway. When I was 10 years old, the airship was completed. But on that very night, the hunter warrior came.
Go. Just taking them apart right there.
Guess that's the only punishment. You break the law, they kill you.
What happened to your sister-in-law?
I don't know. I suppose she must be living somewhere.
I think I know what your sister-in-law must have been feeling. I'd be jealous too if my lover was obsessed with something I couldn't understand.
You're scaring me.
At first I think I'd go along with it, but after so long I might come to believe that he'd even leave me. If I couldn't have him myself, then hating him, killing him.
You can see what she's thinking.
That's kind of drastic, but I suppose you'd have to kill me to keep me away from Zala.
That's true, isn't it? So what am I to do now?
That took a weird turn.
Should I kill you or free you? How much more do you need to get to Zalem?
About 500,000 chips.
Okay. I'll take you to Vector's.
What?
I'm not taking my eyes off someone who's so important to me.
But, Gally...
I've hidden some chips myself. It should be about 600,000. Go to Zalem with it. And then, if everything goes right, I'll save up enough to follow you.
Right.
Don't worry. Go. Gather your chips.
Storms are brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there you are.
That was quick.
Too little, too late, Gally. You've beaten me to every kill since Felicia, but this time the head and the bounty belong to me. Just like his brothers.
No! Hugo belongs to me!
Oh, so that's the way it is. Don't you know there's no room for things like love or mercy in a hunter's code? If you
Oh,
want him
so
so badly, come and
that's
take
who
him.
this.
I'd rather have your head anyway. Prepare yourself. All right, this will stop your flitting about. Say your prayers. Do you really think this desperate effort can
That's all I have
delay
to
me
compare it to,
forever?
I'm sorry. Now in Dragon Ball, this would take 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Wait, there would be dialogue for 3 episodes of
Yeah.
this.
No! Getting cold! Cold!
Raiden got electrocuted.
My Hugo is dying!
He didn't. Okay, well that's different than in the live action. I'll tell you right there. Oh.
Gally!
Ito, save Hugo for me.
His head's off.
She.
Did she do that?
I think that other doctor did.
Oh, I was going to say, because he was intact.
That's what I was gonna say. Because
Don't worry, Gally.
I don't want to say anything because something happens in them.
Well, the reason he lived was because of you, Gally. If you hadn't bypassed your own life support system, feeding your blood into his arteries, his brain would have died of oxygen starvation.
Uh-oh.
That was really quick thinking.
But I wasn't the one who did the bypass. It was Sharon.
Sharon? So she's the one.
What? Hugo's dead?
Yes. Killed by a hunter, and then struck by lightning. Well, there goes that meal ticket.
What about Gally?
I have no clue as to her current whereabouts. Scrap Iron City's a big place. It may take me quite a while to find her. You know what? I'm leaving.
Hey, wait a minute. I think it's time to send you to Zala.
You get what you're wanting, yeah.
It's not possible for someone from Scrap Iron City to go to Zala. I know, Gally. Brand on my forehead means that I was once a citizen of Zala. It's all...
See,
The brand on my forehead says I was once a citizen of Zalem, yep.
Gally, get out there and find Hugo.
So, that guy is basically Dr. Frankenstein. Because he's piecing everybody together.
well, he's not piecing everybody together. It's just this society,
So you're
and
the
he's
one who
working with what he's got, trying to help people.
You mean that Zalem thing? Hey, it's not my fault if someone's an easy mark.
And you need the money so badly?
All right then, take it!
Hugo destroyed his life because of you. Hugo ruined his life stealing money for a lie! Why? Why?
So that guy's not even strong.
Who?
The dude he's beating up. You would have thought he was
No,
this tough
no,
guy.
no, he's not.
Oh.
He's not.
You! What have you done with Sharin?
Oh, Sharin.
Over there! Ah! My God. Organ replacements. This was Sharin.
The order comes down from Zalem every month. I don't know what they do.
See, that's the only way anybody ever gets to.
Skewer.
Yeah. Skewered. Insert, he got crabbed.
Yeah.
He couldn't have.
Take the long way.
Wait for
I'll
me,
take the
Mama.
long way
I'll be
home.
with you soon.
No, you're. Oh, brother.
Watch out. Oh, interesting.
Hey, have you seen a boy come through here?
He just climbed out on the tube. This is a restricted area. Please keep out.
What's that ring for?
It's a defense ring against rodents and other vermin. Zalem drops them periodically to keep rats from climbing the tubes.
Rats. Yeah, right.
Oh, didn't quite make it.
No. I don't know how he synced with the body, his body so well.
It's Zalem. I'm almost there.
Hugo!
Gally?
Hugo, let's go home.
Forget it! I'm never going back to that filthy garbage heap. Zalem is my destiny. Until this moment, my life was a cosmic joke. My entire existence pointless and
I don't know
unnecessary.
about cosmic.
Howard! There's more to life than Scrap Iron City and Zalem! Don't you know you're my secret dream, Hugo? We can find a way! Begin a new life!
She's like a crazy obsessed girlfriend. And he's just like, I don't know if I want that.
Well.
Man. Now they're both. Oh, man. Well.
I'm glad I had the chance to know you. Goodbye, my love.
Oh, his hand.
Sending them up so he eventually gets there. Looked like a finger? I couldn't tell. Just a little. Or was it?
Just one of his arms. Whole arm. I don't know. I was thinking about your wife with that cat paw.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, I forgot to tell you that it was. I put it on the table.
Mm-hmm.
How do I?
is inactive at the moment. Was there anything else after this?
No,
just credits and
credits.
stuff. Well, we'll just put it on a image here while we finish up. Not sure. Just take it full screen. Alright, well. That was interesting.
Yeah, it was. Any thoughts?
Are animes usually very violent? Some. It just depends.
That's...
Oh, not the scene with the poor dog.
That is sort of a hit and miss.
Turn it down. Or I'm not sure what'll play on there. Yeah, that's a good
That is a hit and miss.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, first of all, animes, like you said you watched Pokemon, you watched Digimon.
I guess I watched the more kid-oriented ones.
Well, also, again, when like they were brought over from like those, because those were made in Japan or China, I can't remember which, probably Japan, right? Not China.
Yep.
And they were brought over here, and they were dubbed, and then they were commercialized.
That's true.
For kids, so because a lot of there's stuff in other countries that, like in Europe, like in Britain, not Britain, but French. There's differences in them than there are. There's differences all over, depending on the stuff. But that's because there's some people who are saying that'll say, "Oh, anime, isn't that just for kids?" I'm like, no, no,
yeah,
no. The mainstream anime is really not for kids.
Even like My Hero Academia and stuff.
Well, that depends too.
I guess I know a few titles.
That depends too.
I see some titles. I don't know about I don't know what they're about.
My Hero Academia, there can be swearing. There's not really any. There's not nudity. There's not nudity in it. There are some. I don't know if you want to say. There's just things like in that show that one time you might have to explain. Might have to explain to your. I don't know how somebody, my nephew, my 11-year-old nephew, he watches it.
Okay. I guess to give my initial thoughts.
And also, that's a series.
True. Yeah. And I was going to say my initial thoughts are the plot, because it was a one-off kind of thing. There wasn't a lot of character development, if that makes sense.
True.
But I understand, because it is a quick one and done, that you won't see that, whereas you see with other movies that are but other things that are in a series, you have time to build that up.
Yeah.
So you've got a story to fit in like a 53 roughly minute period.
And with anime, trust me, if you're wanting to get into anime, oh brother, pick a short, pick either a movie or a short series, because like you were saying about Dragon Ball, one little scene could go on for 6 episodes, and I'm like, are they still on this? They're saying next time on Dragon Ball Z.
He's building a spirit bomb, and just 2 episodes later, he's
still up
shaking, and he's So but my initial thoughts are, it's a really interesting story. I when it comes to movies and things like that, I'm not big into, I would say, overly violent type movies, but you know,
I can understand that. I'm not too like bad either, but I will say because I like don't give me a lot of violence.
Just for the sake of violence, give it a story.
Yes, don't. I want substance, you know.
Yeah. So
like,
this,
like Bleach. Okay.
that is one I would like to check out. I've had a lot of people talk
Bleach
about
is
Bleach.
good. I haven't finished it. I finished the I just finished the one saga, like the where he finally defeated where this I can't remember what it is, but there's a lot of him training. Well, in all those things, there's a lot of training. He's developing his powers. There's like some in that series where he's like arguing. It gets a little kiddish. Like his mouth gets real big. He's like, "Well, what do you think?" Like there's that thing, or like there'll be like where he's looking all like the main character. He's looking all cool and like, "Oh, you think you're gonna do something?" It's not really. It's more like Dragon Ball than what this is. It's more like but they use swords primarily in that series.
Okay. But I guess my initial thoughts are it's an interesting concept because you see this thing in the sky and
which is sort of like basically if I could describe what it is, it's a city and there is if you ever know what an orbital elevator or something like that is, there's basically something in space, it's in orbit, and it's connected to that. That's why it doesn't fall to the
makes sense.
to the ground because it's being supported by whatever's and then they got those cables.
So if I understand this right, people don't predominantly, or I should say, people don't normally go. What was the place called again?
Zalem.
To Zalem.
They don't go there really at all.
The best way to get there is in pieces. So I'm curious why the hunter warrior and the woman that was killed at the very end. I wonder how they were there.
They were kicked out.
And they got kicked out. So, did they kick them out to make room for?
This is something that they didn't explain very well in the books that I listened to. They released 2 books to go along with the movie. The one told more of the backstory of the professor and a woman, and then the next one was just a straight up telling of the movie. Now I don't want to really tell you much about those 2. I will tell you they were married, and that symbol did mean that they used to live in Zalem. He took his off.
Let's do this here. I just want to look through and we will just read this part here. The original 1993 anime film, Battle Angel Alita, full screen, blah, blah, blah. It's the life of a young cyborg girl called Galli who is found on a scrap heap by a cyber doctor. The font's a little small. Daisuke Ito, maybe? Ito, yeah.
Most people just call him Ito.
Who rebuilds her, and they put threats, but I guess they mean treats her like his own daughter. Galli has no memory of her past, but soon displays remarkable fighting skills, which leads her to enroll as a hunter-warrior. Then she meets a boy called Yugo, who has an impossible dream of going to the satellite city of Zalem. And that's all it says there. I know it's normally don't go to the comments. People usually say, as you can see here, I watch this with my son.
a lot, far.
Yeah.
What would I say?
a far cry from what we just saw.
Well, I would say it's well, yeah, that would work. I would say.
Yeah. I'll just read some of the comments, and maybe that will be something that you can, agree with. Battle Angel Alita is a dark, gritty, yet gorgeous animated masterpiece, and this person loves this classic.
I will agree with that.
An all-time classic hunter warrior, one part of the original of the legendary Alita Battle Angel. Maybe one day we'll get a new Alita anime. Either way, this is more than enough. This person in all caps, but if this 1993 classic sci-fi anime film is a masterpiece, then the live-action film was also a masterpiece breaks the anime live-action adaptation curse. Because the sequel is in the works. And this was just 4 weeks ago. So 4 weeks ago, someone said that there is a sequel in the works.
Yes, I did know that. I was going to mention that.
Okay.
There is they finally said that we don't know when it's going to be released, but James Cameron finally got off his Avatar.
There you go.
It sounds like he was either, I don't know, but he finally got off his Avatar and now is getting back into this, even though he did not direct this film. I can't remember who directed this. Directed the live action one.
Get this out of here. I don't want this. Whatever, it's fine. But this person I agree with, and I've already said this, pretty good, although the pacing is quite fast and the characters aren't given time to develop. Still a good movie, but I enjoyed the film version more. So, and that might be something interesting.
I will say this. I enjoyed this for what it was, but I will tell you this. The film version, not quite as fast, but it is a bit fast for a movie. But it was good. But I still say it's almost a 1-for-1.
And that's kind of what the next person says here. Fantastic anime classics. After watching the film, Attila Battle Angel, Alita, I'm sorry. I always wanted to watch this original film, Battle Angel. There are definitely a few differences, but nonetheless, class. Definitely going to look about this Japanese manga, where it all originated. So,
I definitely would like to get the books.
Okay.
The actual books. I mean, you can buy.
Are they like a graphic novel comic style?
They have put it. You remember I told you about manga and that. What they went and did is you can buy them in actually a graphic novel style.
Okay.
So yeah.
The next one's kind of an inappropriate thing, so I don't really want to read it because it was not quite appropriate. The live action lost all the cuteness and the nostalgia, I think, is the scenes with the beautiful blue skies. So if there's a lot of blue skies in the film, which I don't know.
Well, there's sky. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see a lot of blue sky. Is he saying there was blue skies in the film? Or
yeah, the live action seemed to have the more blue skies because it does. It really gives you the idea
this
of
grainy, rusty sort of type. I mean.
But once Yugo gets up above the clouds, we do see the blue skies and stuff. So I don't know. This person says so much better than the live action adaptation. Of course, like you say, manga is better than both. The book was better.
Yeah.
So that person, thinks that the actual novels were better. And then this person said, just got done binging the manga in 2 days, so I noticed this isn't 1-for-1. The manga was so good. How did you feel about the real ending? Which, not sure. And then, was it originally called Rusty Angel? Because we do see that, and then it says, oh, that was the episode. I feel silly. So when I said, is this like a new chapter? It looks like it's broken into 2 chapters. You have the first one and then Rusty Angel. So there's 2 chapters in one film.
Yeah.
So
they've done that before.
It looks like for the most part you are spot on in agreement with most of the comments and stuff like that. So do you have any closing thoughts?
Except the soundtrack, I will tell you, okay, The soundtrack to Alita Battle Angel, the movie, the live action movie, is very wonderful, very surreal. So I can't talk. Surreal, very like it's peaceful, but yet also I really don't know. I really enjoyed the music from that.
Okay.
That's my final thought on not this. But I will say I do like this. But I did when I watched the live action. I do think the live action was better.
Well, yeah. So this is my first introduction into the broader anime world, and I didn't hate it, but it's not my typical cup of tea. You know, like we said at the coffee shop over there. You know, I'm a Star Wars and comic book guy.
Which there are Star Wars. They have been sort of mixing that with anime.
They have, yeah. They've actually got a book based off of it now too.
Oh, really?
It's set as the Jedi is basically set as like a samurai. I forget what it's called. I saw it on Audible, but
well, that's where they got the word Jedi from. Jedi Geki, something like that. I think that's where the word Jedi came from.
Yeah, if you know, drop it in the comments. But
anybody you guys know, and if you guys feel free to like, comment, to subscribe,
and you know, leave your comments about what you think about the video. I think that I'd like to watch the live action, and maybe we'll do this again. One thing we'll do is we will source the actual video that we watch so that the poster gets the credit for that. We'll drop that in the description, and
I mean, I meant to try to figure that out. I'm new to this. We're both new to this.
So we're at about an hour and 12, hour and 13 minutes. So we'll go ahead and probably cut it off here. But thanks for watching along with us. And,